Shape in Transit is a temporary, or maybe not, title of a collaboration between jewelry maker Lavinia Rossetti and performer and choreographer Elisa Zuppini. They started a journey together to investigate how the body can activate the jewelry and the jewelry can activate the body, and how they are affected and shaped by each other. In the following images, you will see a few results of an ongoing research. All matter is alive and in process, a complex interwoven web of materials, all affecting each other, competing, forming alliances. We want to start this presentation by quoting Jen Bennett. Vibrant Matter was a book very present during the project because it gave us the tools to reflect on the fact that the objects are alive and they can shape a web of interrelations.
Desiree, Decentralized Systems of Relation, is a movement research and practice that I developed during the last 4 years, and that was and is at the base of my collaboration with Lavinia for this project. This research considers the body as an hypersensitive tool when entering in relation with other bodies or with the environment or with specific material. It looks at the body as a device, as an alive and vibrant matter in all its totality. Through this approach, I try to break the usual hierarchical way of how we look at the body, the vertical one with the head as a sort of controller. I rather try to see the body as a system in all its totality where each part is interconnected and interdependent.
To explore the relation body-object, I have made wearable objects in different methods. After making few pieces in between prosthesis, jewelry, hybrid, we decide to keep few elements present in this object, which are magnets and springs, and condense them to create a more open system. In these images, you can see what is the system I just mentioned. This system allows us to study the body in movement, and it's composed by three elements: very thin stainless steel springs, magnets, and the costume. What you see here in black is a temporary solution, and the costume is still under construction. The costume in this system behaves like an interface. It's embroidered with magnets in some specific areas, and once it's worn, it makes the body magnetic, creating like an hypersensitive surface. This is a sketch of the costume we are creating. We are receiving technical assistance in making by the costume designer Lily O'Hara, since this is the first time we approach the costume in terms of making. At the beginning of the research, we didn't really plan to have a costume, a functional costume, and now it became integral part of the project. This magnetic costume allowed the body in contact with ferromagnetic springs to create shape in transit on the body and on the space.
This is a video from a rehearsal where we improvise with this idea of costume, and we are basically patching or taping the magnets on these rehearsal clothes or even on my skin, as we can see. The performance, it is thought in different chunks, and we have in between 3 and 6, and these chunks are inspired from different parts of the bodies and also in relation to jewelry, so to the different part of the body that jewelry might explore more conventionally or less. In this chunk, we see that the magnets can be and are displaced both on the body and in space. In this case, I have quite of a strong cluster of magnets on my chest and many magnets on the floor. And I play with this relation and tension I play with the breathing as an act of transmission of my breathing through the springs, and how this can manifest into different tensions and little vibrations of the spring material. It is, and it has been quite of a challenge to find the right fabric and the right strength of the magnets. We are still in this process of finding the right fabric. With Lily, we tried many different ones. Sometimes the thickness is too much, so the magnets lose the strength. Sometimes it's too thin, but then the fabric becomes too delicate, and it might break or not slide in the right way. And we look at the process of this transformation, of how this material can reshape and change, suggest different identities, from being an extension of the body to a jewel in itself, in this case, as we can maybe read a pin through this transformation.
Here you can see a piece of jewelry where I condensed the system. It's made out of spring, and the thicker parts here, here, on the thicker parts you see, are magnetic. So the long springs can be shaped in different way on the body, giving space to the wearer for interaction. My interest is to translate the sensorial experience Elisa is having during the performative action in a piece which is wearable every day. This piece interacts with the body and with the space, since it's magnetic, in order to turn on our body and space perceptions. It's a jewelry piece, but can be seen also like a device to feel the surrounding space. So this project is touching different areas: performance, design, jewelry, costume, including different peoples from different fields and based in different countries. And due to the COVID-19 impossibility to travel, the finalization of the research has been delayed. But we are happy to share this with you. Thank you.